as nerdy as it sounds, I'm here to talk about a game that I really adore. Every time I think about it, it keeps sending chills to my spine. So, this begs the question, what makes a game great? It's graphic? Sure, I mean, you can look at the next gen console, the PS5. You could literally see the human features, a dent on their armor, and so on. Or maybe it's the gameplay. Maybe the gameplay is what makes the game best. Well, most probably. Just look at Dark Souls. Most people don't even know what the story is about, but the game kept on getting award. Or is it the storytelling? Let's think, what makes a game different from other games? What can make a game so outstanding that it stays in people's mind for years to come? This is the question that I ask myself. Well, the answer will vary across people. However, for me, it's definitely the difficulty, world design, and storytelling. An amazing game that can live rent-free in people's head is always the story of the game. Telling a story through game is definitely the best way. I mean, telling a story with a text, like a book, is still great, but it's a dying art. Telling a story through a movie is also a great way to reach the audience. However, when storytelling is through a game, it is the combination of those two, of the books and the movie. There are texts you could read to understand more the game, the background of the game. There are cutscenes like a movie. And what makes game to be a better in storytelling is definitely because we are living through it. You are the main character. You're the one making decision. That said, a game called Hollow Knight came to mind. So for everyone's knowledge, Hollow Knight is a 2D action adventure game that takes place in Hollownest. I've played this game from start to end couple of times, and the story of the game kept on giving me goosebumps. Now let me try to convince you why. The first reason is that the game doesn't treat you like a baby. Hollow Knight doesn't help you do anything. It doesn't tell you where to go, what to do, nor how to play. When the game starts, it only just starts, nothing more. You have to figure everything out by yourself. Tom Marks, who is the game journalist, said, "It's not hard to get lost in the deep subterranean world of Hollow Knight." And I mean that in more ways than one. The expansive catacomb of Hollowness have countless paths to explore and secrets to find. You know, speaking from experience, my own experience, when I enter a new region, I am easily lost, not knowing where I am or where should I go. This may seem like an annoying feeling, but makes you really immersed in the universe. It really does feel like you're exploring the game's universe, thus making me feel excited and nervous at the same time to move forward. You never know what's in front, what's going to happen, what you're going to see. You know, talking about moving forward, let's proceed to the second point. Hollow Knight's atmosphere and art makes it easily memorable. Every region has its own uniqueness. For example, the lushness of Queen's Garden, horror parade of the Deepness, the bright yet gloomy place called City of Tears, where it never stopped raining. As a word would say, visual beauty is even more beautiful if it serves the story you're telling. Dimasti de Lorena, who is also a game journalist. The first time I reached the City of Tears, I was weirded out by the atmosphere of the city. It was raining non-stop. It was weird because this took place in an underground setting. Therefore, rain would, it should be impossible. However, I just thought it was a game design to make it more dramatic, you know. Until a couple hours more into the game, I discovered a place called Blue Lake. And when I look at the map, I saw it. The Blue Lake is directly above the City of Tears, which explains the rain. It's really amazing that the developer didn't take the lazy route of making the game. Everything is well thought, making the game tell a story through its world. Not only does it have a unique world, it also takes you through a chilling story. The games tell you a little to almost nothing about what's happening in the game, and instead it just forwards you into a world full of love, culture, diseases, and destruction. It is up to the player, you, to discover the story, but only if you take the time and explore the whole game, read the tablet around the game's world. You know, the storyline is so deep that I think we can make a whole chitra course out of it. Hollow Knight's largest story is told in a subtle way, but its lore is so deep, said Tom Mark. Well, not so spoiler alert. The final boss in this game is called the Hollow Knight. For this story to make sense, here's a bit of context of the boss. The Hollow Knight is supposedly to be a vessel chosen by the Pale King to seal away the infection. According to the Pale King, for a vessel to seal the disease fully, the vessel needs to fulfill 4 requirements. The vessel should have no mind to think, no will to break, no voice to cause suffering, and to be born of God and void. However, since the kingdom is full of sick diseases, this means one of these requirements is not fulfilled. You see, in one of the small cutscenes in the game, it showed that when the Hollow Knight was small, he looked up to his dad, the Pale King, and maybe that was his only fault. Being happy as a dad, that proud of him. Mid-fight with the boss, the music tempo changed from fast, uplifting to a much slower tempo. As the Hollow Knight starts stabbing itself, maybe he realized he had failed. Maybe it was the infection doing. We will never know. This is up to everybody's interpretation. This type of event that happened made me feel that the world is alive and not just centered around us, the main character. Sadly, just like everything good, this talk also must come to an end. It doesn't matter if your game is in 2D setting or 3D setting, not if it have the next gen graphic. A game is memorable when it's challenging enough so that you can feel amount of adrenaline when you get through a stage. A world that is so eye-grabbing and consistent that can make you stop playing and just enjoy the moment in the game. Last but not least, in my own opinion, a game is truly remarkable if and only if the storyline is full of plot twists, desperation, and amazing setup. All 3 of these combined will surely leave the player finishing the game with plethora of emotion. Hollow Knight is definitely one of the best games there is, with all the I's dotted and the T crosses. I hope you can give Hollow Knight a go in your free time. Anyway, this is all for me. Thank you for your time and your presence.